congratulations on today's event.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about today's event? What's really happening here at Alhaji's house today?
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Today is 8th of September.
September.
Today is the day the people of Offa and Kwara State, Lagos State, in fact Southwest and North Central are welcoming their illustrious son back home after meritorious service of being the president of the National Union of Road Transport Workers in Nigeria, Alhaji Nojeem Usman Yasin, back home from the services. He has completed his service, his tenure as the national president, and he is coming home fully to serve his people at home in whatever capacity God has destined him to do. His services are open to all his people and the Nigerian people. Everybody is free to meet him and see him. So because of the happiness in them that he has done it marvelously well, without any rancor, this service that you see, it is not as easy as the way people see it. National Union of Road Transport Workers job is a kind of job that if you assume office for the first time, you should put prayers, faith before you and the belief of Allah to make sure that as you are assuming the office, you put, by the time you go in with your heart, clean heart, that you want to serve the people. It is not as easy as coming there to serve like that. It is something that nobody goes there and comes out. Since the beginning, from 41 years ago that this union was established, they have never gotten any president that served diligently and then survive it, to come back to his people, to rejoice with his people. Nojeem Usman Yasin is the first president that has done that. And before he came down, he made sure that he put everything in process. The constitution was adjusted collectively with his members neck all over the country, agreed that subsequently, after his tenure, whoever emerges the president will not spend more than 8 years. 4 years first term, they go back for election. If he emerges, he continues due to what he has done behind. If he doesn't, probably he didn't do well, they will not elect him. Somebody else will come in and contest with him. This is what has been put in place. It is not only presidency, all the positions of the executives. And after that, they have the positions in the states, chairmanship and the executive in the state. Whoever has spent 8 years continuously should not think he's going to be there again. He will come down, step down for others to take over. A lot of people are on queue. They have wasted years because some people have stayed there for 40 years. They refuse to shift. But Nojeem has pleaded with them. He has advised them. He has preached with them that nothing is permanent. Even we human beings, we are not permanent on earth. The little they have gotten, they have eaten, they have used it to serve their family. They should step down for other people to step in, so that they too will perform and people will know that they're worth what we don't know. Because if you don't perform, nobody knows your worth. They don't know whether you can do it well or not. So Nojeem has put all the machineries on ground to make sure that succession comes in and go. People are no more demigod or semi-god on their seat. They can always go out when it is time, give room to other people to contest for this position, and then people come in, people go out. Even at the unit level, it has spread to that level. Now that they have concluded the election of the federal level, the national level, they are coming between now and October. They are supposed to have rounded up elections in the states, then in the units and branches and units. So to tell you, this is going down and it is going to be observed. Nobody will say he is not living. It is on ground. They have agreed. They have testified. They have all signed with their new constitution, and that is what is going to operate. And that will bring sanity. The era of killing each other will stop. People will know that they are there for a while. When it is time, they will move, because a lot of them challenged him. They even took him to court that this is not federal government job. He has no right to ascertain that it is for 4 years, 2 terms, that it is government that does that. And he tells them that any position, we should think of the day we come in. The very first day we come in, we should know that the 4 years is like 4 days. It will soon come, so that people will work tirelessly and put in their best before that time. So I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He was tested and trusted. He promised the very day he took the mantle of leadership. Actually, before his election, the former president died on accident. He spent almost 12 years on the seat. They had tie. He and my husband tie in 1999, and they promised that he was going to spend 4 years. My husband will come in for 4 years. After 4 years, he said it doesn't happen. Has he seen any union that comes down? My husband gave him the opportunity to go in for the 8 years. He did. After 8 years, he said he's not coming back again. And for God and for his time that has reached, he had an accident and all of them died, which we are not happy that it happens. So they now gave it to my husband as an interim president. From October that year till August, my husband put machineries on ground that he's not going to continue. They say, continue, just continue. They don't do election. My husband said, no. He's coming with a reform, and this is part of his reform. He will make sure that the union, we have assets that we'll be proud of, where we can generate revenue. That is why hotels and other places were built. He's going to put assets. Zonal offices, they've stopped renting. He's going to build zonal offices in most offices. Office, their headquarters in every state, they must build it. They are not going to be renting houses. He wants it on ground. And some of the facilities that will make them generate revenue, because the world is changing. The world is dynamic. It's not static. Federal government now has brought in the issue of rail. If they are not prepared for the future, they may find themselves in a very serious situation. But if they have other things that brings in, like a hall in the at the zonal offices, they can use the hall. They have zonal offices. They have offices for the state, and they have hall. They can rent it for wedding. They can rent it for conference, seminar, and whatever. And that will be bringing revenue, which they can use it in servicing some of their projects and some of the things they have. So that was why he said things must be put in place. As succession, we must mentor people that will take and that will come after us. And this is what he has put in place, and that's what we are enjoying today. Today is one of my greatest days, because I'm proud and I worked all. My husband promised and he never failed. He said he was not going to spend an hour more than what he has said, and he made it, and he did it, and he promised, and he stepped down. They took him to court that he has no right to come down, but he told them he is coming down and it must go round, and everybody must see it. And that is why we are here today. People are happy. He didn't embezzle money, he didn't steal their money, he didn't do anything. This is our house. You can see where we are, and he's managing his life. He said he needed peace of mind to reconcile with his God, because he never knew he can come out peacefully. But we thank Allah, he's back home, and we have time for him, he will have time for me. We will enjoy ourselves. We are both old, we are both retired. For your information, I just retired from my office for 35 years service. My 35 years in service will be on the 11th of this month. I will exit from my office. I have been given the letter, I applied, and they have approved it for me. So I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I have served God successfully. Both of us are retired now. We will enjoy our own. Yes, we will celebrate. We will wake up at our own time, sleep at our time. I have time to cook for him delicious food, and he'll be looking fresher than what you are seeing, because he wakes up very early. He'll be taking his tea on the road, carrying food, but now he will sit down and eat his food at his own convenient time. So this is what you are witnessing today. The whole of our people, the whole people from Kwara, Ilorin, every suburb and everywhere, they are rejoicing with him. They are happy. He had made them proud and they worked on. Today is even the day the Olofa gave him Bashorun of Offa. He gave me Yeye Bashorun and he gave him Bashorun. You can see the man is so happy. He said he wants him to get a title as soon as he came home. We are now part of the chieftaincy title. We'll be sitting with them, local politics in the home. We will now be part and parcel of the people in the village, in the town. Sorry to call off my village. I'm from Kanu, so they don't like that.
Okay. Thank you very much. But the people of Kwara State and indeed Nigerians generally, they'll be wondering, both of you now that you're retired, what is the next step? Are you interested in politics?
Obviously now, what will we do? We are interested in politics before because we want to serve these people very well. He has been tested and trusted. He doesn't need anything to make him whatever they want to use him for. He has done it. He has assisted. We have touched the lives of a lot of people. They know when we are in a bigger position, we will do more because we want Offa to develop, we want Kwara to develop, we want Nigeria to develop. We are not specifically on Kwara or Zamfara or Kano or any. Everywhere in this country, we are ready. Our service, our hands are open for any service that God is giving us. We are going to the next level, which we know it will be better than what we were
What
before.
position will you be supporting him for?
Any position that God gives him, I can't choose. It is God making. It is God Almighty that will choose position for him, and whichever one God chose for him, I will support him to actualize his dream there.
Okay. Would the people want to know specifically, Hajia, does he have maybe gubernatorial or presidential ambition?
You
The
have
people
to
want
start
to know.
from somewhere. You have to start from somewhere, madam. Whichever way there is vacancy that they give him, with your support, all of us will do it together. It's not a one-man show. This attainment that he has achieved, if he doesn't have good supporters and his followership and his executive that cooperated with him, he wouldn't succeed no matter what. But they speak one voice. They talk together, they agreed and disagree and agree again. And based on what they have agreed, he doesn't go beyond whatever they say they want him. Because it's a teamwork. He believes in team. And that is what has made him to succeed, not a one-man show. Sometimes he will ask me, this is the suggestion. What do you have? I give him my suggestion. Sometimes he comes back and say, as if you people have met. This is what they agreed. I say, follow them. They are your people. If they are happy, you are happy. If they are not happy, you are not happy. And that is how they are able to succeed. We know with you people, with the prayer, everybody, Olofa, everybody, they are all praying for you. You people have been part of us too. You've never left us alone. So definitely, the crew, the pressmen, you've been supportive. You've been escalating some of his projects, and everybody has seen it's part of it. So it's a teamwork. We will still continue to be working as a team. Wherever they think we fit in, they should call us for service, we are ready. We are not saying it must be higher. You can be a local government chairman, you can be a senator, a councillor, anything. We will start from that and then serve. Even a president, thank you so much. Even a senator, House of Rep, everything.
There are so many problems facing the nation, the youth in particular, in the area of unemployment. What plans do you think Alhaji and you have towards that?
We want to empower our youths. We have sat down before now that if we retire, we strategize. We sit down and map up some of the things that we think we can empower them. We want to let them know that they should not rely on paper qualification. The education we have presently is not the kind of education that will provide you a job. It is just for white collar job. But the present education people are putting up now is the type that entrepreneurship will come in. You can be trained how to make soap. You can be trained how to sew, a designer. You can do many things, an artist, anything. And it will be fetching you money. Your education will make you polish the job very well. That is the reason why you are educated. The way you attend to your customer, the way you package your products It is that education that will assist you to package your product very well. But we want to empower them. We want them to utilize their hand, their head, and their hearts to build something. It could be farming, it could be poultry, it could be anything. We will sit down and map up, and when we are opening it, I think you guys will be invited to witness it so that you can report that back. What she said, it has been put in practice. Very, very soon, we are working on it, and it shall be. We will start from here. We start from Zampara, we start from Kano, we start from Kwara. We will now see how we can bring our children up, the youths, so that they can even form team. Cooperative society, we can access loan for them. Like we have this trash, this dustbin. There is a program now that is coming out about how they detach some of this trash can, where food will be kept separately, plastic will be kept separately, and some of these things will be used as manure. And a lot of you are working with one woman, Dr. Mrs. Jumake. She's from Lagos. As soon as she will help us access loan from CBN, as soon as the project materialize, we will get all our youth involved. They will apply, but they need to spend just 1,000 for the application and record to register them with CBN as a collateral. We will stand in as collateral for them, and they will be monitoring them. They will be going to check if they are really doing it or not, so that they can add more money to whatever they have acquired. Yeah, we will not leave them alone.
That's a laudable initiative. I'm aware that you have a doctorate degree. Do you still have further plans to go back to school? Maybe.
Yes, I have a doctorate degree, and I'm rounding up another one, another PhD in educational administration and planning. I finished my classwork in ABU Zaria. I'm on my projects, my thesis. I'm on part 3 and chapter 3. So I will soon round up that. I won't relax in school. I've been going on seminar, conferences, and fellowship. I'm a fellow with the Nigerian Institute of Management.
Okay.
Congratulations. Eh,
Just to take you back to the period why Alhaji was serving for the good for 8 good years. Of course, it is believed that anybody holding such position must be very, very strong because of the kind of followers they have in that very association. How were you able to manage the moment with him, the 8 good solid years?
It's 8 plus because he was an interim
Interim.
before he really went
How
into
were you
election.
able to manage the period? We want to know there will be a time that we had it rough in the house over some
Obviously.
situation. How were
Obviously.
you able to manage
Yeah,
the period?
you know, we've come a long way with him. We've come a long way with Nojeem Usman Yasin. I have studied him. I've understood him. I know when he wants to listen to me. I know when he's not ready to listen to me. You understand?
Mm.
If he comes home and I see his countenance the way it is, I palm him, give him his food, whatever he requests for, I try to obey and do it. When I know he's relaxing and I can see him phoning and then smiling, I cannot chip in some few things, then I know he's ready to listen to me. It has not been easy, obviously. It hasn't been easy because sometimes he looked nasty from office, worn out, held meetings with them, sleep in the office, because they'll be holding meeting, terrible meeting where some people want to quarrel or whatever, and I'll be saying your life is not safe. You should leave him. It's a humanitarian services. If he dies on this job, they will write his name in diamond. So I support him. I take food to his office. I make sure in the morning he doesn't leave home without eating. That is one thing I know, because once he go out, he may be busy throughout the day and he will eat. And by the time he's going out, there is food in his flask and there is pap. He can be sipping it. I make sure he has food every day. And once he eats, it will reduce the tension. You know, when you are hungry and there is a lot of argument and all that, it triggers and it can go worse. But if you eat well, balanced diet, not too much, but something balanced with vegetable always, and fish, and some other goodies, it makes him calm down. When he has eaten, he knows what he wants to discuss with them. He will be ready for them. He can stay there for long. And when it is time for prayer, he goes and take his prayer. I will tell his secretary to just make a cup of pap or tea for him while he is praying. The moment he finishes praying, let him sip it before he goes back to the hall. So it has been like that. He understood me very well. When I want something and I want to defend it, I will bring a tape. Because as you see me, I have my boys too on the field. Because I cannot relax. I cannot sleep and start snoring. That job is very hectic. I need to get other forms of information. I have my own forms of information. My husband doesn't believe in they say. He wants to see it really. So I will play the cassette for him. And that is why he believes that whatever I'm saying, then I will not strategize. This is my information, strategize. We were working hand in hand. I don't sleep when he doesn't sleep. I can't sleep when he hasn't come home. And I keep on calling him, calling him. Sometimes I drive to the office to go and see what is happening. What is the hell? But I enter inside, say, please release him. He wants to go and sleep. He needs his family to take care of him. And I don't allow him to sign his any emergency paper they take to him. Because sometimes when they see that he's about going home or he's tired, oh God, please, I have this. Can you just sign it and finish compiling? I say, keep it. Don't sign. Go through everything, because I told you the history of one of my boss who never knew that he gave a list of those that were going to be retrenched during the time of retrenchment. Unfortunately, the secretary has some friends. They connive and change some name. The man, when he was about closing, they said, okay, I've just finished now, and I finished typing everything. Okay, I said, keep it tomorrow. He said, sign it now. You know, we have to give them, the weekend is tomorrow. So he signed, not knowing that his name was part of it. And that was why he was sacked. And there is nothing anybody can do. So I say, read thoroughly, check thoroughly before you sign any emergency paper that is being brought to you. And I sing that in his ear. No matter how in a hurry you are, take your time, please. Spend 5 or 4 or 10 minutes to go through this thing before you send your signature. So it has been hectic, but I glorify God. He listens to advice.
Lastly,